Hello to all college who see our video. We want to tell you 10 reasons to study the course of Pretoefl, but we also tell you where. In this video, we summarize what we think are the most important reasons that will be convinced in your study.
Hello everybody, my name is Vanessa Lopez. I am talking about some reason to take the course Pretoefl 4 in Calusac. Professional Professor. Calusac has professional professors prepared enough to teach the language. The professor of Calusac has depth knowledge of linguistic grammar and technical experience in teaching English as a second language and well managed of the language in all areas. The professor of Calusac provides the students use of different skills to support and facilitate learning. By example, use of technology, listen to audios, listen to music, read books, magazines, and games. The professor of Calusac teach important skills, grammar, speaking, listening, and writing, to help the student has rhetorical English. They has the ability to adapt the content of teaching and shift transport students to particular contents. They has passion and technicality achieving captivate student and attention, making learning fun and entertaining. It helps to maintain and increase their motivation and receptivity. The professors in Calusac are organized and methodical, have processes that require a plan and order to be followed with the necessary adjustments according to the curriculum and student needs. Other reason is schedules. Accessibility of times, one reason to study English in Calusac. Students can choose a variety of schedules at your convenience.
In the future, we may get a profession from it. We by learning English, we can have the opportunity to become a translator or interpreter. Of course, being bilingual or learning the English language doesn't mean that we can interpret or that we can translate. Translation and interpretation is a profession that requires a lot of preparation and training. We need to study in a university or in an academy to become a translator or interpreter. By if we decided to to take these professions, then we will be able to be bridge of communication between two cultures, and we would learn a lot of vocabulary of different fields. We can learn and compare different grammar structures and their complexities from from both languages that we know, and we can improve our capacity to retain information. Our concentration would improve, as well as our memory. This last point applies for interpretation. Another reason to study English is because it is a hobby. It may be a hobby. Learning English can be a leisure activity that we do for fun or recreation. In other words, because we like it. Learning English because we like it may help us learn faster and more easily. And we may have English learning as a hobby because we can enjoy music in English, We may see a movie in English, we may watch TV in English, we can read English literature. So there are different activities that we may do by learning English, and that we can do better if it's a hobby.
I decided to study in Calusac for the international recognized that has. The University of San Carlos de Guatemala is recognized to international level for the position that has in the ranking world. Actually, the University of San Carlos is in the position 1333, and the University of Francisco Marroquín has the position 2339. The University of San Carlos to national level in the first position and the second position in the University Francisco Marroquín. In fact, all the faculties that actually has the University of San Carlos, there is one called Calusac, and of the faculty that he's developed to the teaching of several language. For example, it has the language more important that is English. The English has become in the second world language. I decided to study in Calusac for the opportunity that gives to an under cost. Calusac gives opportunity to the infant population and adult population. Calusac has specialists in the teaching of the language foreign and national that benefits the Guatemala population to learn reading, listening, and speaking a foreign and national language, and having better opportunity the employment, way, and life. Therefore, I have decided to study all the levels of English and concluding with the 4 levels of Pretoefl in Calusac. In summary, Calusac has the tools necessary for the teaching of a foreign or national language. Thank you.
Good morning, teacher and claimant. In this occasion, I want to show the part of the National Park Tacalicabaj. I want to start my presentation introducing a famous phrase from the one server German Saint Albert Einstein. The genius is 1% of talent, and 99% for work is doing. I began my career as archaeologist in 1962 on the archaeological site of Caminar Cuyú when I was 17 years old. In 1964, I started formally my archaeological studies with the University of Pennsylvania, USA, in the National Park Petén, Guatemala. And together with another Guatemalan and French students, we were the staff professionals of the university in Pennsylvania until 1969. Finally, in 1970, I went for 9 months to complete my studies in the University of Pennsylvania in Philadelphia. As a result of this, I received my degree as archaeologist with a specialty in methods in archaeologist investigation. Consequently, in 1991, after this time, until 1983, I have the responsibility over archaeology of the Tikal National Park. As a result, in 1991, the faculty of the humans give me the academic recognition as archaeologist emeritism of the University of San Carlos of Guatemala. In the same year, the Professional Association of Humanities gave me the reconstruction professional honoris causa. And more recently, in 2009, the Popol Museum of the Francisco Marroquin University awarded me the Order of Pop, a distinction normal granted to foreign research. As Kaluksak has helped me make work more professional. However, after many years of archaeological work and training or read many books in the English, in 2012, I wanted to make my work more professional, and then I enrolled in a study class in Kalusak, starting with the Navy 1 after this year of effort. I am now trying to do my academic presentation in, in both languages, Spanish and English. For example, in the month of April, I was co-organizer of a symposium of the archaeologists in San Francisco, where 19% of the presentation was given in English. Thank you very much.
Studying English is the best way to self-improvement, and what better to do it in Calisac. One important reason is that on travels it's useful. For example, if you want to go to England, they speak English. In the United States, speak English. In Canada, speak English. And other countries. Travel can be for business, vacation, or even to improve pronunciation. Most people dream of traveling to different countries, and we must not language be a limitation. In addition, other important point is that learning English helps for eliminate weakness. That because many of the job request a certain level of English, and that now makes you feel weak, unable, or even regretted not having studied or terminated the pre-TOEFL courses. Even in interviews, you should be confident in yourself and remember the level of English that is managed. This helps not only in interviews. There is sufficient reasons why we should study the pre-TOEFL courses in Calusac.
In conclusion, English is a language that has begun to be part of our daily life and explained that range from the professional to entertainment. Learning the English language means that the person seeks self-realization, which is self-taught and always put effort to improve. Learning clearly depends on the person and that the more you practice, the better you learn. Many people are drawn in order to speak English as a first language which are increasingly looking to achieve and set new goals. It's easy to see that the word trade, entertainment, socialization, and coexistence requires communication. This has begun to force people to seek communicate more efficiently. One of the best ways to learn a language is the same as the native language is learned. This begins through the four senses. Pretoefl preparation perfect the technique of listening, writing, and reading, with which may be the ability to speak fluently and write correctly, sense, and finally to read and understand.